right, good morning, Cryptoverse. What's going on, Facebook? What is up, YouTube? It's a pretty sour start for the day, right? We're looking bullish over the weekend. We had this nice up move. We did have $1,000 candle come in on Thursday, and it was followed by another up move that failed to break through. It failed to hit our bullish target. What happened here, we did see a bearish formation show up. It was a bearish bat, and we signaled it to our VIPs. We signaled it. The price was still at like 11,000 or so, 109 for a short entry with a stop at 11,164. Our previous long entry was in 94.40. Right, we got in right before that big up move for a long and head short over here. So we pretty much did is we trapped price and we secured our gains throughout the range, and that's what's important right now. All right, so we longed the bottom, we shorted the top, and now we're trying to figure out which way this chart's gonna move. Our previous entry was a short, and it was on 710. It was signaled by Cam, and as of now, check on the streams. Why is YouTube saying we're offline? Give me just a moment. I'm just gonna keep proceeding with the stream. Actually, let me just check on it. All right. So what's going to happen now? What's the direction for BTC? Well, it is showing something that's bearish, right? I'm seeing a possible head and shoulders here. I'm also seeing a head and shoulders on the S&P, which I'll go into a little later. But can we expect a down move? We can. And we believe we do have another lower target going back to our harmonic signal. And 98.23 is going to be our absolute lowest target on this one. We could see a move up sooner. Let's check out our screener and see what's happening. All right, so that being said, we're seeing another bullish harmonic, right? A bullish crab. It's not complete yet, so we might signal another long at 101.28. I'd like to see a turn here. There's a lot happening for BTC, a lot happening in this space. BACT is supposed to launch today, and I've been expecting a down move before they do, right? We can't expect BACT to just go live and price to start mooning. That would go against what markets do. Let me check on our YouTube stream quality, VIP discussion. Okay, awesome. So loud and clear. The target for this head and shoulders, if this was going to continue to break down, whoa, it's an 8% down move. I'm not sure if it's going to play out that way. We do know there is a demand zone below, whoa, 809. Whoa, that put us right back where this move started. Fingers crossed this doesn't play out unless you're head short, right? I had mentioned in our publication or newsletter, this went out yesterday, went out on Sunday. We had our supply zone with our target for a long at 11,621 and our target for a head short at 85.05. I'll highlight why these are our targets. This was our play-by-play. I just went over that. Ether is doing the same thing. So we're pretty much in a no trade zone on BTC at the moment. We secured our long entries and we secured our shorts, and we're just gonna let it do its thing. If the short gets stopped out and we keep mooning, well, good for me, right? And good for you. And if this long gets stopped out, at least we secured all these gains. Now we're moving back whichever direction the chart decides to break. All right, moving into the S&P, right? And that's going to be important. I said that I'm seeing head and shoulders on the S&P, and this is S&P futures. This is the hourly chart. There's obviously head and shoulders formation. What's interesting, if this can break down and we're still seeing that inverse correlation with BTC that we've published about and that I've highlighted in previous videos, this can set BTC to go up in an uptrend, right? If it's still acting as the hedge, we could see it move up to the upside. Down target for the ES is, I want to see this head and shoulders play out and the one on BTC not. Which makes no sense, which means I have a little bit of a bias, right? But I'm ready for the stock market to come down. I really like shorting it, and I haven't shorted it in some weeks. So this will put the S&P back, I think 2,926. So on the actual SPY, we're looking for a down move. I'm going to take this as our neckline, so 1.5%. Call this our neckline. And that would put us right back at 291. I had mentioned, just to be safe, the puts that I'm looking to trade are going to be at the 294 range. 293.94, 294, just because it'll give us at least that gap fill, and if it's in the money, it's in the money. It'll be like 2x in the money or so. But I want to see this break down, because this is going to cause a spike in BTC, or it should, based on what we've seen in previous swings and pivots. Going over gold. I've not checked on the gold chart since I traded this last breakout. This was a 1.272 rejection, right? And I do believe that this gold rally should continue, right? The 1.272 is a good area to reject. Had calls for like 136.50. As soon as we get up to here last week, I sold them. I think it was Thursday. I did not short the top, but I profit took my long, made like 100% on that. What is going on in the long-term scope? What is gold doing? Let's go to the daily chart, remove all drawing tools. Well, we are way above the range, right? I'd published on gold in this range, and I said, hey, you know, this is gonna break out. It's gonna break out past the range, and it sure has. And now it's doing this pennant that's actually broken out, retested, and I believe it's ready to rally higher, right? So if gold's rallying hard, silver made a big move. We profit took some of our calls. I'll go over that chart next. But hedging assets are back in demand, right? And demand is rising. So that should help Bitcoin, should make a case to help BTC some. As of now, I think as long as we can stay above this pennant, I say momentum is to the upside. Going over the silver chart. Look at that. That's nice, right? We did see this flag. We've had longs on silver, 1450 calls for weeks now. And you look at this daily chart, it kind of looks like what BTC did for a while in 2018 and broke down at the December lows, and then it rallied. Now it's going up. I want to see silver get up to like 17, 19 range. I think once it's here, it's already in this range. We're likely going to see 17 and $18. My only open calls right now are 1450s, and they expire this Friday, so I'm just gonna let them run in the money. All right, going over. So I did see quite a bit of altcoin movement over the weekend. We did make, I think Raven was up 18% from our call. And what's going on with Raven? Remove all the drawing tools, go to 240. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over to Coinigy. And finance. All right, this thing's peeling off. You go to the 240. There was a pretty strong triangle, maybe the daily chart. Daily chart had a pretty strong consolidation triangle. We'd seen some of these break to the downside, but Raven broke up into the upside, right? And what's it doing now? It looks like it's at a 1.2 and it's trying to break clear of that. So, what are we doing? Yeah, I rejected off that 1.272. And it's currently trying to do another bull flag. Is this rally going to continue? Fingers crossed it does, because it's one of our signals, and I'm holding quite a bit of RVN. Let's do a fib retracement off that last swing high, which is going to put us right here. Alright, so at this point, we cleared the 23.6 fib. Ideally, you want to see it move up to the 38.2, right? I've been saying over the past couple weeks that we're going to start seeing these consolidation patterns on altcoins. You're going to start breaking out to the upside. I said all season's coming. We're going to give it 7 to 20 something days. It was last week, so now my window's down to like 14 more days before all season picks up. Some other gainers, Theta. Very similar pattern, right? You got this bull flag. You can see my targets up here on Theta. Bull flag's breaking out on the daily. Nano's another one of our big gainers at the moment. This one did something a little different, right? But these alts are starting to show these bottom formations. This looks like an inverse head and shoulders here on Nano trying to break out. Zcoin has a similar one. VET has a similar one. So I'd hang on to some of these bags, right? Because we're gonna see a big rally start, or I believe so. Looking at VET, VChain, right? I signaled it right here yesterday. Starting to make some moves. What's going on, Troy? Doing good, man. How are you doing? It's awfully quiet in the streams. Let me know what coins you guys want me to cover, and I'll go over them. I know you're still bagging some Aggie. We're seeing a lot of these all setting up for the turn, some increased volume come in. Let me check on our signals page. So we got RVN Nano. We just got stopped out on. We got stopped out of Neo. ONT down 3% on our signal. Oh my goodness. Once again, right, this thing is doing that little bit of inverse head and shoulders. It's looking like a potential flag if you look at the 4 hour. You know, it's either a triangle or a flag. It's more of a reverse pennant than anything. Still above previous resistance. Could be a shoulder, head, shoulder. Waiting for the upgrade. Volume's rising. It's a 92 BTC. When I signaled this, it was at like 40. It was on low volume. Alright, going over Ren. Alright, Ren's flying. Ren is flying. I've been trying to get in on a pullback. this has been all get sketchy, right? This has been like you kind of want to profit take and not look back, or you're just gonna commit to a bag and move it off exchange and do something completely different with it. I mean, to me, something like this is, if I'm not holding any, I would not FOMO in, right? I'd look for another pullback to come down. What is RSI doing? No divergence here off these highs. So RSI doesn't look divergent. Swing low, swing high. It has yet to close above the 111 mark. And if it does, that's when it's get really interesting, right? You can do something like Link did and shoot up and go to like the 1243. Go ahead and drop some price tags on overhead targets. I wouldn't endorse FOMOing. I would wait for a pullback. If I was long, I'd probably trail my stop to like 857 or so and let this breakout do its thing. Going over ETH, BTC. So VET is just now starting, right? I mean, I can't give an update on a chart that just did its first micro bullish engulfing candle, right? 4 hour chart looks good in terms of moving average breaks. I want to see it close above like 64, get back into this range. Volume's rising though. Volume is rising. It did do this inverse head and shoulders. I hope this is bottom on reg. This thing's got plenty of potential. So there's like 13% up. We're not at that target yet. So yeah, I mean, you should clear 66 Satoshis on VeChain. Going over ETH, BTC, Ether on Bitcoin. Oh my goodness, why are you doing this, Ether? Breaking lower, right? I was hoping that Ether would overtake BTC at some point in this rally. It hasn't yet. It hasn't yet. Let's go over harmonics. And let's do... Oh, we wait this one out. Ether USD, this is the 4 hour chart. We're getting some bullish signals. Looks like we're going to come back down to that 187 mark, 192. So sub 200 on Ether if this pullback continues. This is a 4 hour chart. BTC, we're looking for that 1,000 or 10,128. Going back to ETH BTC. It's the 15. Let's go to the hourly. VET announced the buyback a few weeks ago, right? And it hasn't really done much to price. It caused like a pump in real time, but it should. I believe it should. Alright, so we had an AB equals CD that broke out past T2. This is the hourly chart. Not seeing a reversal here. I think the 4 hours should give us a few reversal formation. Just waiting for everything to load. While we do that, going back over to Aggie. It looks like it's starting to turn, right? It's actually looking pretty healthy. It looks like it's ready to turn. Let's do this. I think we could potentially see 374 on Aggie. It's going to be a pretty good up move, right? Been a lot of accumulation volume here. Volume's still low. There's been a lot of low volume on most of these tokens, right? Like 73 Bitcoin isn't really much compared to like what we're seeing we're used to seeing in the crypto space. It's like 1,000 BTC and 1,500 and 3,000 BTC back in the 2017 run days. But I think this is where, this is where market makers come in and scoop stuff up for that altcoin accumulation period that I was referring 2 weeks ago. All right, going over the ETH BTC. I should have the chart loaded by now. It's not looking too good, man. This looks like another descending triangle on the 4-hour. Just being objective here. All right. What you guys got? Show me some alts. I know you got more. I know you got more requests coming. One thing that looks interesting, I think oil is bottom. If you guys are trading oil, if you're trading the oil options that I picked up, which was USO, remove all drawing tools, which is a USO $18, and I've got calls for this week, next week, and the following week. We saw these wicks like right above the 61.8. We're seeing oil want to consolidate at the 50 of this last move. I'd like to see it turn back around. If we run a 1.2, it got rejected at this previous 1.2, so I want to see support come in here and turn this chart around. I do. IOST. Oh my, this is breaking down. Start testing its Bitcoin futures contracts today. I got stopped at IOST. I did. I don't know if it was just a matter of a tight stop. I'm gonna give it some more time before re-entry. It's still doing a flag. It's still doing a flag and a pennant. Volume's a little lower than some of the other coins. I mean, it's still 57 BTC is fairly low. It's compared to Theta, which I think just made another leg up. It's still priming, right? So we might see something similar. It does this bigger consolidation triangle. This is at like 99 Bitcoin volume. So going back over to IOST, we're starting to see the price get above this our white line, and we want to see maybe a bigger triangle or something before another entry. Alright, going over BAT, Basic Attention Token. You guys on YouTube, thank you for all the altcoin shills. Make sure to smash that like button, alright, if I'm covering your alt. So, BAT did this big triangle, tried to rally, didn't quite do it. We do have an open signal on BAT. It is currently at break even, right? I mean, this thing tried to rally so many times. I think it's gonna break through at some point. There's another triangle, right? So one, we see an ascending triangle that failed to rally, and we see a bull flag try to break out, a little smaller bull flag trying to break out. I think we're in chop zone until we make that first leg up, right? We might do something like this for another consolidation. I mean, we've already seen that on some of the tokens I covered today, where they're starting to do the big flag on, like Raven just did one of these, right? And it broke out. It's probably a 1.2 rejection for a pullback. So we're starting to see these formations take place on altcoins, and we want to see them get more and more prevalent, right? So here we see another one. Here we see another one. This bottom structure was a little different. But what are we doing on BAT? I think we're forming something similar to this bottom, right? I want to see price. I want to see price consolidate sideways into more bullish formations. According to market cycles, I mean, this thing's gonna rally. This is a strong token. I don't think it's going anywhere. You are welcome, Delilah. Alright, fam, show me some more tokens. Hit me with some good ones. I'm here for you. Recently got stopped out in Neo after it hit our T2. Now looks like we're heading back down. That's what I talk about. You know, Neo's a big. It just does all these fake outs where it breaks out and fakes out and comes back down, capitulates and stop hunts. Going over icon, it's an open signal. I mean, this is looking interesting, right? Where price is just coiling. It's coiling. It should start breaking out at some point. But it's definitely not looking like some of these other tokens are, right? It's not looking like Theta or Nano. It's not doing that inverse head and shoulders, just like a sideways consolidation. As opposed to here, if you go to the daily, we do see that bull flag that I was talking about, right? After its double bottom. Well, fam, if you guys are going to hit me with some more alts, I'm probably going to call it a day and wrap up this stream. Just for a summary, I do believe that the S&P should start breaking down. I want to see oil rally to the upside. I want to see gold continue the rally, silver continue the rally. I want to see the S&P come down, take out that 294 mark. I want to see his head and shoulders play out. Bitcoin is still in my no trade zone. BTC is in the no trade zone. You got targets below, we got targets above. There's a link to our last newsletter highlighting those targets. It's in the video description. Going over OMG, this just came in. Omi's you go. Omi's is no go, man. Omi's has not been going since 2017. Yeah. This is rough. 3 BTC being traded on Bittrex, 48 on Binance. Hasn't done a bullish consolidation pattern, not yet. It's doing this little flag. I expect it to fail just because it is the first attempt. Yeah. Miles away. Yeah. I wouldn't touch this. I would not touch it. Maybe if you got like a good formation like this flag right here, maybe Omi's will actually go. It'll do something. But for now, Omi's don't go. Alright guys, you just joined the stream. I'm going to wrap it up. We're just not wrapping it up. If you got an altcoin request, show me once so I go over it. So once again, I want to see the head and shoulders on the S&P play out. BTC, according to our newsletter, is a link to it in the video description. I do have some overhead targets. We're currently in the no trade zone. We had a long entry at 94.40 and a short at 11K. Current range breakout targets. If we break to the upside, I am looking to profit take, and more than likely short 11.6. We might not even get there. We might just get to like 11.4, 11.5. And to the downside, if this was to break down to the downside, I am looking for 8,500. Right? These are my targets on BTC. Don't ask why they're there. If you read the publications or you're a VIP, you should know why we're trading these extension levels and what we have in store. But as of now, this is a no trade zone unless we get one of these harmonics to play out, right? And it looks like we might be able to get fills at 101.28 for the up move, or just leave it alone. I believe silver rally is going to head a little higher, right? So I just covered that. I'm just going to do a wrap up. I want to see silver get up to that $18 mark. $17 mark is 1634. I want to see it get up to 17, 18. I want to see oil turn around, the S&P come down, and gold continue the rally. That's all I've got. If I covered your token, go ahead and smash like. If you like Bitcoin, smash that like button. Leave us a comment, guys. Our TA is pretty good. It's better than most of the TA you're going to see elsewhere. And for some reason, YouTube doesn't like to push us. So the more comments you leave, the more likes times you click like, YouTube will give us a boost. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. If you want to join us on Discord, there's a link in the video description. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next stream. Trade safe, trail your stops. Don't get greedy.